Hey y'all, coming at you today with more of an educational video, but I really pray that we take the 5 to 10 minutes to listen to this and to do the activity that I'm going to have us do today in the realm that it is super foundational. A lot of times we want to skirt past some of these more foundational things because we just want to get busy burning calories and building muscle and melting fat, different toning, all the different things. But this right here, I feel like is so super foundational that I wanted to spend just a few minutes giving you maybe a little teaching on it. And that's correct alignment. Specifically when squatting, lunging, different things like that, where maybe even picking things up. I spend a lot of my day picking up toys. Leaning over a bathtub, giving a bath. A lot of my daily activities require bending, stooping, things like that. So I'm going to do a little functional training, if you will, today. And I'm going to do it on alignment, spine alignment, neutral spine, and what that looks like while squatting, lunging, maybe more specifically hip hinging. Okay, so here's what I want you to do today. Oh, also, if you have lower back pain, this could be super helpful for you. What I want you to do is I've legitimately, find a yardstick or a broomstick. I've literally taken the broom handle off of here, and this is what I'm going to use today because this is what I got in quarantine life. So this is what we're going to use today. So I'm going to face this way. This is my bad shoulder. I should probably face this way. All right. What we want is we want a nice plumb line when we are, we want stacked when we're in neutral spine. We want a nice plumb line, which means if I had a string and I had a weight attached to it, it would drop straight down, right? So what we want is that line, that plumb line, to be ear, shoulder, hip, knee, and ankle. We want all those in line. Now here's what happens is because of our lovely electronics and our slouching of sorts, a lot of us find it comfortable to slouch like this. I'm over-exaggerating a lot. But also, as we age, we tend to go to this position. A lot of that is because we tend to focus a lot on the front interior side of our body, the abs, the chest, the stuff we can see. And then this gets strong, but the back gets weak. And so we really want to train those back muscles. Secondly, because of our electronics, even when we read or when you drive, have you ever noticed that your head never touches the headrest? And so we're constantly kind of doing this, which creates a pelvic tilt. So we have an anterior pelvic tilt and a posterior pelvic tilt. Right here would be a posterior pelvic tilt because the hip bones are set back from the pubic bone. You see how they're back here? So we call that a tuck butt, okay? More layman's terms for you. The other is we have an anterior pelvic tilt, which we lovingly call duck butt, where the butt arches out, it sticks out, and that can cause a lot of lower back unnecessary strain and pain as well. So what we want to do is we want to bring our hips into alignment. So where the hip bones are straight over the pubic bone, right, like this. So we have a tuck or a tuck butt or a duck butt. Now, how can we practice this? You're going to take this rod that doesn't move, okay? It has to be pretty sturdy, and we're going to put it right here, and the 3 points of contact are going to be the head, the shoulders, and the sacrum, or the tush, all right? That's your 3 points of contact. For some of you, this might be what you need right here. It's just to practice this. You can also do this standing up against a wall if you would like. You'll just have to place your heels kind of back against the wall and then find those 3 points of contact on the wall. And then with the wall, what I would encourage you to do is then engage your core and try to pull everything into the wall. You can also then advance that by taking your arms up, both of them, up and put them on the wall. A lot of people, when they come up here, they're going to automatically arch. And so they're going to lose that second place of contact in the shoulders. So you want to pull those shoulders, that belly button in, keep all 3 points of contact on the wall, okay? And then, that'll be hard enough. So as you're squeezing your core, pulling everything into the wall, you're gonna feel muscles you've never felt before. Do that for a few minutes every day. Then you can advance up to raising those arms up along the wall. So you're just gliding them up along the wall, just like this, keeping all 3 points of contact the whole entire time. Okay, there's your wall exercise. Find this, you found your 3 points of contact. So once you have this mastered, and this feels pretty good, I'm gonna invite you to start practicing some squats, or rather hip hinges, which what we're gonna do is we're gonna hinge from the hip. So this would be if I was gonna pick up a toy per se, or a pop can off the ground, whatever it might be. You're gonna keep all 3 points of contact, sit back, the butt's gonna come back, and then stand straight back up. You'll see that all 3 points of contact stayed on there. Now I'm going to do it wrong. I'm gonna tuck my butt, and so I'm gonna posterior pelvic tilt. And this is what shuts the glutes off. And it actually can tend to feel good, especially if you do have lower back pain, and that's your normal stance. So if I find these 3 points of contact, and I tilt, I tuck my butt, I tilt it, do you see that I have lost that 3rd point of contact? If I arch and I duck the butt, I have an anterior pelvic tilt. Now I've lost the 2nd point of contact. So I bring it back here into neutral spine. So if I tuck my butt and I try to squat, so I have 3 points of contact, then as I squat, I tuck. Do you see how I lost it? I lost my neutral spine. Pull that back. There you go. Now, if I arch it as I go back, I arch, now I've lost my shoulders. I have my head and my sacrum, but I've lost my shoulders. So, A and B, incorrect. C, 3rd option, right here, neutral spine, all 3 places, squatting, hip hinging, back. The same thing can be said for a lunge. We're gonna come into a lunge. Right here, we're gonna drop straight down and straight up. We're gonna drop straight down. Now, if I tuck my butt here, now I look like this. Or if I duck it, now I look like that. Do you see the difference? Do you see where it came off the pole? All right, so that's what I want you guys to do, is practice with that. For squats, squatting, hip hinging, you can walk around with this, although you feel really, really weird, but it will super duper help. It will super duper help, especially when squatting or hip hinging, practicing that, because when we do tuck it, the glutes shut completely off. When we tuck our butt here, they shut off. But if we keep that neutral spine, then we're actually working the glute muscles as we want to see them work. And they will actually get strengthened the right way. When we work out of correct alignment, when we work and do exercises in incorrect alignment, that is when we just strengthen our weaknesses and we don't actually strengthen the things that correctly, if that makes sense. And so I hope this video is helpful to you. Keep practicing it. You will see, I personally have seen a ton of difference in my own lower back pain and my own growth and with this exercise. It's been a game changer for me as well. So I truly am coming to you from experience, and it's so foundational. So I super hope this helped.